welcome to 5 Minutes of Awesomism, where Peyton and I share people, places, and things that we feel are turning negative situations into awesomism. So different people share their experiences or positivity or whatever, because we want to be that little bit of sunshine in the world. Okay, and speaking of sunshine, we love having the Ojos as our national sponsor. Okay, they are a great sunglass company. And if you go to the ohos.com and use the term awesomism, you get 20% off of your order on the entire site. So thank you for that. Also, thank you, Brandon Hottie, for letting us use your music, because we love your music and we love that you believe in the cause of spreading awesomism. So today we have a friend of ours. She's a friend of Team Awesomism. She's also a personal friend of mine. Her name is Kim Kern, and I'm going to let Kim tell a little bit about herself. Go ahead, Kim.
Hi, Lynn. Thank you, Lynn and Peyton, for having me. I'm incredibly nervous. I feel like I am not worthy to be here. So, okay, let me just get a little. Um, I am a wife and mom of three boys. They are oldest is 17, 14, and 11. So they keep me busy. I am in this season of my life, I'm a stay-at-home mom, but I have worked outside the home, several different jobs, and the boys keep me very busy. I run my oldest son's booster soccer team, and I manage my youngest son's club soccer team. So they keep me busy.
I
And I'm
love the
just,
fact. Go ahead. Sorry.
oh no, I was just gonna say, I'm just trying to figure it all out as we go because just the change of seasons and the infant to teenage stage is just,
Yes, it is. And I love the fact that you are a stay-at-home mom. That's one of the biggest positivities that I find, because you have chosen to be there for your boys, which is great. And I love watching you when you put different pictures out. Like when you guys go on vacation, you're always so happy. And I love that you love to travel. That's a big thing, I know. And your boys are growing up so much. Like I just feel like in the last year, they've all just really grown up.
no, it's crazy.
It is. It really is. And I love to see the interaction with your kids too. I love the pictures of you and your husband. I mean, like, I just find your whatever you want to call it, social media is very positive. And I love that. That's one of the reasons why I wanted to have you on here, because I think you put such a positive focus on being a mom, and not enough people are anymore. And I love that you've embraced being a mom. I love that you have three boys. I do too, but I also have a daughter. And I love the fact that just to see them doing so many different things.
Yeah, they keep me busy. Well, and thank you, because that actually kind of just goes with my whole how I turned. I wouldn't really call it a negative, but I would call it, I just I felt like I needed once my youngest son went into school full time. So our kindergarten is every day and all day. So when he was going to kindergarten, I felt like it was expected of me to, and not from anyone besides myself, to go back to work. Um, and so I did. I went back to work outside of the home, and it's when I worked in a preschool, which I loved. But 2, 3 years in, we felt like it was just getting really hard to navigate with how busy the boys were, how busy our lives were, and it just got to be too hard. I wasn't able to do the things I wanted to do at home. I wasn't able to make dinner, which I love to do. I wasn't able to do the laundry, clean the house. I don't, I, working parents do it all the time. But when we came home, we go straight to practice. And there's three of them. There's more of them than there are of us.
Mm-hmm.
So it was difficult. And I'm grateful and we're blessed that I'm able to stay home because my husband is um, able to provide for us. So
No,
I'm
and I
able to
think
do.
that's great. I do. And I think the fact that, and not everybody can stay home. And I understand that. I have friends that they absolutely have to work. It's not necessarily that they want to, but they have to, and they try to make it work. But I think sometimes that if you can figure out, like you have, that you're not going to get to the stage where your kids are older and say, boy, I missed out on this, I missed out on that, I missed out on this. You're really involved, and they're involved. So when they're older, they're going to look back and be like, you know what, I feel bad now, I made my mom drive me up and down the road every single day all the time.
I hope one day they'll say that.
Yeah. Oh, they will. Trust me. My kids every so often, because I was homeschooling my kids when it wasn't common, because my
Mhm.
oldest is 40. And so when I was homeschooling my kids, we want to go to school, and I'd be like, well, you're in co-ops. I mean, I was like running them to everything so that they had all that, which they did. They had tons of friends. I mean, I used to tell my kids, you wouldn't have the time to be with your friends as much if you weren't homeschooled. Okay.
Mhm.
So, and then as they became adults, they were all like, boy, I'm so glad I was homeschooled. I'm like, yay, finally,
Yeah.
20 years later, but yay.
Well, that actually kind of goes on to what I was going to say next is that with me staying home and during COVID, like everybody else, I got into making sourdough. So I started a little business last year that I started making sourdough, just started a little at-home bakery, just for some extra fun money for us, just me to spend really on myself. So it's something that I started. I can only do so much in a week, and I'm able to not do it when we are traveling because we do like to travel, and I like to travel with my husband when he travels for work, and luckily we're able to do that. So it is a job that I love that I'm able to do at home and still take advantage of being here with my boys and being able to not do it when I don't have to. So
Well,
um,
I'm jealous because I can't tell you how many of my friends got into sourdough and I never did. Wish I had. And I see all these amazing breads coming across my screen, when I'm scrolling, and I'm like, I should have learned sourdough.
it's not too late, Lynn. I can teach you.
Good. Because I really actually I find it really kind of fascinating how many people, and I think it's cool. And I think, we just did a podcast for our other podcast, 5 minutes of, grilling for Awesomism. And we talked about how more people need to be making their foods at home and shopping at
Mhm.
the farmers markets and stuff. And I think it's great that you're doing that. And I love that you have that small business. Are you still doing the travel business?
Um, no. I wish I could. I didn't have the time and energy to put into it what I needed to do it. So I'm traveling a lot and I'm giving my friend who got me into it the business because I'm traveling through her. So yeah, it was just a bit more upkeep than I thought. Just like really the back end stuff, just like keeping up the website, it just cost way more money going out than coming in. So yeah, I kind of just gave that up. But
No, I get it. I understand. But hey, the sourdough sounds fun. You ought to come on our podcast, A Grilling for Awesomism, because we're always looking for small business collaborators that are kind of in the food side. We're looking for stuff like that. So, you're welcome to come on. And we really appreciate you coming on today. I remember I told you it's just going to be quick and easy and fun. So, we've had some really cool guests. I love the variety of guests because I think every single episode is very different and unique. And it's all different people, all walks of life, all stages of life, sharing something positive. And I think you doing the sourdough business on the side, being there for your boys, I think that's extremely awesome.
thank you. Yeah. And I appreciate everything that you guys do. I don't have anyone super close to me that has autism, but being that I worked in a preschool, I was able to work with some kids that were on the spectrum. So I've gotten some experience with it, but yeah, nothing personally.
And
But
you know what? We love people like you that don't have anybody. I've had people say to me when I've invited them on, and they'll be like, oh, I don't really, I only know somebody like a neighbor up the street that's on the spectrum. And I'm like, first of all, this isn't just about autism. It's about, turning negativity into awesomism. But also, I love guests like that more because those of us that are, in the community that deal with it every day, we love knowing that there's people out there who aren't directly in the community, who are cheering on the sidelines and saying, look, I love what you guys do, not just us, but all the different charities and organizations, cheering it on because sometimes we do feel like we're standing on an island going, hey guys, there may
Mhm.
only be 10 million of us in America, but there's 10 million autistics in America, and let's pay attention.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And we love to support you any way we can. So,
Thank you.
Thank you.
We really appreciate, you really have, you've been a great supporter of ours, and we really appreciate your support over the years. And we really thank you for coming on our 5 minutes of awesomism. And we loved hearing your story. And I am going to need to actually at some point take you up on you teaching me sourdough because I really do want to learn it.
anytime.
Thank
I'm
you,
happy
Kim.
to.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
So
you.
you.
that's something you on here.
Yeah,
Thanks,
take care.
Peyton.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.